Hello, this is Becky with WINN Life and Business, and I am following up with you in regards to your care package that you received in the mail. I'm so excited for you to get this package. It's a $35 value, and what arrived to you in a little pink envelope is this. Right? You received this with a bunch of goodies inside it. Inside, you received a great gift certificate. You also received a Get Unstuck paperclip, as well as a prospect list we're going to talk about here in a minute, and income producing activities list. How exciting. So let's get started. First, you received the paperclip. This is great for tracking your appointments on your calendar or even just keeping your income-producing activities together along with that prospect list. And a reminder not to feel stuck. Next, your gift certificate that you received is a $25 value. That is a $25 value for any of our virtual online success trainings and or towards your 6-week Stepping Stones course. So you received that as well. And you have received your GPS for keeping your business on track, and the business prospect list and income producing activities. Let's start with the prospect list first. I created this prospect list years ago, and it's helped me tremendously keep track of all of my prospects. Prospect list are people that maybe were referred to you, people you've met throughout networking. Perhaps these are people that you have met at vendor events or business expos, or they were people that you need to follow up with. They're your current clients. So how do I go ahead and use this prospect list? Well, of course, you're going to put their name here and their phone number. You're going to take notes and dates contacted. In my notes section, if this was a referral from Jane Smith, I'm going to write referral from Jane Smith. And in my contact list, I'm going to have up to 5 dates in this square. Up to 5 dates I will have in this square. Now, why? Because did you know that 85% of all sales happen after the 5th contact? Yeah, so that means I'm going to have up to 5 dates here. Now, I might be contacting them different ways, such as I might be actually calling them on the phone, or sending them a text message. Maybe I'm sending them an email or a Instagram message or a Facebook message. But I'm gonna write that in my notes section of how I have contacted them up to my 5 times. And you can make several copies of this, or you can in fact order more from me, no problem. Your income producing activities, you'll find that there are literally 9 days worth here. You're just going to cut them out the size of a business card and keep them with you daily. Remember, 1 a day is part-time, 2 a day is full-time, and 3 a day is an executive role. Now, I wouldn't recommend only one of these income producing activities, maybe 2, that I would recommend doing on a daily basis. But I wouldn't keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect different results, because that's the definition of insanity. So the 2 that I say that you can do every single day is hold an appointment and schedule 2 new. A and C are the only 2 that you could do every single day and have great results in your business. Otherwise, these are your list. So tally them up at the end of the day and decide whether you've worked part-time, full-time, or if you have really played a part in making this your executive business, meaning this has replaced your full-time income. And lastly, we have our GPS tracking system. Business cannot go far without a great tracking system. So this is for 1 month. This envelope, vanilla folder, if you will, would last 1 month in your business. I like to use a different one every single month, and I like to track them because every activity that is income producing goes in this folder. And that means if I came into contact with you at a vendor event or a networking event, your name goes in this folder right here. And then that means I can always look it up later in time because I keep them in my filing system. So I'd write down whether it was quarter 1, 2, 3, or 4, what month it is, and the date, what my personal goal is for the month, what's my family goal for the month, And what's my self-improvement goal for the month? Important dates that I have this month. Maybe they're networking opportunities. Maybe it's a wedding. Not really sure, but lots of different things. So this is my calendar at a glance. Now I tuck this 8.5 by 11 folder inside my date book, and I carry it with me at all times. Next, you'll have action items, income producing activities. Maybe they're selling appointments, maybe they're events, maybe they're follow-ups, maybe they're marketing projects that you need to take care of. Maybe it's actual project completions that you need to do in order to get your services out to people. But you write them in, and as you complete them, you get to check them off your list. Now, if you do not have all lines filled at the end of 30 days, that either tells me one of two things. One, you started tracking and you stopped, or you're not doing enough income producing activities in your business. So this is a great way to track your success, whether you are succeeding or not, and find out what needs to be improved. The next section is appointments booked. Remember, if you book 2 new a day, you can have up to 10 appointments at a time on your date book. So we measure this in a 4-week increment, and I realize that there are 5 months out of the year that have 5 weeks in them. But we're measuring on the average, which is 4 weeks in a month. How many appointments are you booking? Now you can take an X off each individual square. You can highlight them. Heck, you can give your kids crayons and let them color it in. Be warned, when you get your kids involved with your goals, they will push you and drive you. And that is fun and exciting as well. I always say 30 new face-to-face contacts completed is super important in your business. So who have you seen throughout the month? You can just go ahead and write their name right on the line there. So if you saw your friend Connie and you saw Mary and you met a new friend Janet, you would write down those 3 names. And now that means you only have 27 more to go that you know you are having new face-to-face contacts completed every single month. Now, those can be appointments, those can be consultations, that can be products or services sold, etc. Lots of different options there. And we're going to turn to page 3 in your GPS tracking folder, and we're going to be talking about how many appointments I actually held and how many people attended each appointment. So whether you're holding your appointments online virtually or you are holding them in person, how many appointments is it taking you to meet that 30 that we just talked about, right? Maybe you're only holding 10 appointments to meet that 30. Maybe you're only holding 2 to meet that 30. Maybe you're holding all 30 of them to meet that 30. But let's look at the time allotted. How much time are you taking in your business in order to meet that 30 every single month? And then the last thing on this page here that is super important, a lot of times we don't track the amount of monies that are actually leaving our hands on a weekly basis, and we don't track what's coming into our hands on a weekly basis. So I really want to encourage you to do that. Now, you may need to change your numbers here. This is just a guesstimate. If you're working this as a side hustle and you wanted to make an extra $25 a week up to $350 a week, then you would go ahead and track a box. So for every $100 I sell, I'm able to cross off 4 boxes. And again, you can have your kiddos highlight or color in crayon, all that fun stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4 to get me to 100. And a great side hustle is $350 a week. Now, again, if you want to white these numbers out and change them to 100, 200, 300, 400, etc., you can certainly do that. But I really recommend that you are tracking your income, because a lot of times we track what's incoming as 100% income, meaning I sell a product for $100 and I'm only making 50%. I better be tracking the 50% on here, not the 100. Do you follow me? Because I am not making $100 if I sell $100 and I only take a 50% commission. If I sell $100 and I make a 50% commission, I'm really bringing in this number. So that means I only have the opportunity to color in these 2 boxes because the other 2 are going to replace the product. Understood? All right. Not having a plan is like taking a trip without a GPS. If you do not know where you are going, how in the world are you going to get there? We don't want to hit any detours. We don't want to hit any potholes. We need to stay on track with this simple system. Last but not least, on the back side of the vanilla folders is a team prospect and result list. On the white folders is social media tracking. So if you'd like the social media tracking, you can contact me. But this is your team prospect list and results. You're looking at name, phone number, time, and the info presented. What type of information did you provide? Did you do an interview with them? Did you send them a YouTube video? Did you get together with them with your team leader? A three-way call? How was the information presented? Did you send them a brochure? How was your follow-up? When did you follow up? How did the follow-up go? Did you have a survey that they filled out? All of these types of questions, because this is tracking and winners track. You need to know what works best. A three-way call with your leader, a YouTube video, a brochure, or an actual interview that you sit down with them personally and take your business professionally to the next level. Love that. If you have any more questions, I'd love to help you with that one. And then they decide to sign up. Now you can track your team members. You can write down who are my next 9 team members, and did I send them their welcome packets? Do they have their next steps that they need to do in order to make their business succeed? And do we have debuts set? All of that fun stuff. So thanks so much for taking advantage of the care package, and let you know if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, Becky at teamwinn.org. That's Becky, BECKY at teamwinn, WINN.org. Bye.